All right, welcome to another day here in DMG Garage. Yesterday we were able to get the head completely off. It's sitting over there on the toolbox. We have to take it to the machine shop. That way they can do their magic. For today's video, I'm going to be taking all the timing belt stuff, like the part of the water pump and all that. Get some stuff on top of the motor, like the thermostat housing. I'm going to take that off, the hoses and stuff, get it removed. And then we're going to put tires on this thing and roll it outside and give it a deep pressure washing because it needs it. It's pretty filthy. All right, let's get started. I'll start by taking off the crank pulley. Hopefully the impact gun is gonna take it off. If not, we might have to wait for a special tool to show up, which I've already ordered, but I'm gonna try it with the impact gun first. And if it doesn't work, then we have to wait for the tool. So, all right, let's see how this goes. All right, I'm gonna take off this belt. It's the one that goes to the AC compressor and alternator. I'm gonna just cut it because I'm gonna get a new one. That way I have to deal with it. And there goes the light. The lights. All right, so right here is the crank pulley. This is what we're gonna be hopefully taking off. We'll see right now. Let's see what the verdict is. All right. The Milwaukee actually worked, which is good. Let's move it off. Oh, don't lose that.
That was easy.
Yeah. So it's got like a little keyway for the pulley inside here. You see a little notch right there. This little piece of metal will go in there, so don't lose that. You need that. All right. Next, I think is gonna be taking off the timing belt cover. So let's see how that's gonna go. You know what I'm gonna have to do? I'm gonna have to take off the engine mount. So what I'm gonna have to do is get the jack, support the bottom of the motor, and then take off this this motor mount. All right, so I just got a piece of wood here. I'm just gonna go on the bottom of the oil pan. Not too much pressure, just enough to rise it up a little bit, so I can free up some tension, and I can remove the motor mount that's right here. All right, so it's gonna be a 17 millimeter to take off these nuts. And I will be replacing all these mounts, the engine mounts, transmission mounts. We've already received the new ones, but I'm gonna a little bit later. Get the little bracket here. Put it back where it came from.
So you won't lose it.
So don't lose it, because I will if I don't do that. All right, now let's see what we got. Looks like a bunch of tins that holds the cover on. So we got these tins. I don't know if I need to take this off or not, the actual alternator, and I'm trying not to, but if I have to, I will. But I'm trying to take off this cover. That's pretty much what I'm gonna do right now. All right. Oh, you know what? Looks like this one's not in. Just one. Oh, yep. Looks like there's supposed to be a bolt here, but the tab for the cover is broken. And also on the other side, right here, same thing. So pretty much 2 bolts we're holding this on right now. And this cover is destroyed. You can see right here, like the groove, like from the crank pulley. Yeah, because it was loose, so it's probably like rubbed against it. Alright, so right here's all the timing belt components. I'm gonna see if I can start removing stuff. The tensioner is supposed to be brand new, the timing belt is supposed to be brand new, but I might just change it out anyways, just in case. I'm still debating if I want to take off the alternator or not and take off this bracket here. The big bracket that goes here to here. So I'm still debating if I want to do that. Most likely it's looking like I will. But I know for a fact I'm going to take off all this timing belt stuff. And then here's the crank sensor. This guy here has got like a 10mm bolt holding it on. This is the tensioner. And then this is where the crank pulley goes on. And this is actually what, these little teeth, it's actually what reads the signal for the crank sensor. I guess I'm gonna take this off. I'm gonna take off the sensor off, the crank position sensor, and then I'm gonna take off the tensioner pulley, and then go from there to see if I need to remove that bracket or not. All right, so it's just a 10mm. And then this should come off. This is the little sensor, and then I'm gonna try to take this off. All right, so there's actually a 17mm. Oh, dang, that was actually not too tight. All right. Oh. Now this guy should actually, there's like a little hook up there for the spring. I'm gonna unhook it, there we go. So here's the tensioner. These threads are really, really coarse, so I don't know. It definitely wasn't tight though. Or not like as tight as it should have been. This is the oil pump. We'll be replacing that. But this sprocket here should come off, so I'm gonna have to pry it off. Let me go get my pry tool. I guess we'll take off the alternator, just so it's out of the way, I guess. So this is actually a 15 here. I'm gonna loosen this one up. Whoa. That was loose already.
Nothing to lose, no. No need to loosen it because it's loose.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I haven't touched this yet. I don't think I've touched anything on the alternator yet, except for the wires. It's just taking forever. It's like a long bolt. There, finally. Alright, so it looks like there's 3 bolts. There's supposed to be 3 bolts. There's only 2 right now. Right here, one right here, then one above it right here. And I'm pretty sure there's gonna be one here. So it looks like there's 4 total. It's supposed to be there, but there's only 3. Let me see what size that is. This is gonna be, wait, hold on, before I lie to you. So I have a 15. That's got some play, so it's probably a 14. Yep. Just get it right position. Go. Yeah, it's crazy. We could practically remove the motor right now. It's just me getting frustrated because I don't have tools.
Says the man we had has a whole like cabinet of tools. What are the tools are you missing?
Like all my sockets, it's missing. These work for me.
Is this one?
Mm-hmm. You got it. Yeah. Victory. Alright, so like this bolt was in, this bolt was in. There was no bolt here. Pretty sure there's supposed to be one there. And there's 2 bolts here on the side. That it's easier to start to get it from below. And they're 14s. Alright, I'm just gonna go ahead and take off the water pump since it's right here anyways. It's just like, I think it's 5 bolts. Should be like 10 millimeters. And I want to say there's one that's going to be shorter than the others. So keep mind of that. So that one's shorter. So it's going to be the lower left one that's shorter than the rest. There you go. So the lower left is going to have the shorter one. And here's the nasty looking water pump with a very flat O-ring. So this might be the factory one. All right, water pump's off. Timing belt is completely off. I'm gonna try to get this sprocket off right now. I don't know if you can see it. There we go. So I can't lose that. Let's see. Yep, it's in there. So see right here, it's a little piece of metal here. A little keyway. Don't lose that. It will come out. All right, that's out. That's out. I'm gonna go ahead and take off the last couple hoses and grounds that's on here, and that way I can just get this completely off, and then we can start getting it set up to where we can roll it out and then pressure wash it. So here's the thermostat housing. This is actually where the thermostat is. As you can see, it's pretty nasty looking in there. So I don't know if we might have to take it to the machine shop and have them like hot tank it or whatever. I don't know if we can get all this stuff out or not, but we will try. I think we're gonna bag up the harness, bag it up in like a trash bag so we don't get water in it. And then we're gonna put that put that bracket on with the mount that we just took off earlier, and then that way we can roll this thing out, put tires on it, roll it out, and then pressure wash this. Wash my face. Yeah.
It cleaned up.
Yeah, it's not 100% perfect, but I would say it's like 95.68%. I don't know how I came up with that, but that's about what it looks like. If you notice from before, hopefully we got some clips to show you, this was all black. And then on the bottom, it was black with grease. All that was black. All of this, the steering rack was black. All of this was just, it was pretty nasty. Yeah, you can see here on the pistons, now that I've looked at it better, we're going to clean the top of the pistons, but you can tell where the valves hit. So the intake valves, all of them hit. So I'm pretty sure at least the intake valves are going to need to be replaced. I'm pretty sure they're bent. The pistons, so far they seem solid. I haven't checked the 2 or 3, but the pistons seem fine. I'm debating if I want to like do the rings and rod bearings, because I mean there's no movement on them. Usually if the rings are kind of worn out or whatever, you'll get like a little bit of movement. I don't see any at all, which is good. I'll mess with it some more before I determine if I'm going to rebuild the rings and rod bearings. I still have to, I'm going to take off the oil pan regardless to change out that gasket, because I'm pretty sure that gasket's messed up too. But not right now. That's going to be another day probably. So we're just going to let the car, sit and dry off, drip dry it, and then I'm going to go tackle the mountain of tools that are just...
We actually already cleaned up some parts of the garage.
Marie cleaned the floor because it was pretty rough looking. There's all kinds of crap everywhere. The head's here on the toolbox. So I'm gonna get some light on here so you can see better. So all these valves here, these are the ones that I'm guessing are bent. And it's the ones that are sticking out. It's not closed all the way, as you can see. They're supposed to be flush how these are. So I don't know how that happened, what went on with that. I think it had a bit a timing issue, because that tensioner was loose. Like, it didn't take much to take that bolt off. So, and the belt actually felt kind of loose. So I think it was more of a timing. So you had to have the crank and you had to have the cam in sync. That way the pistons and the valves are going down and not at the same time. And I think that's pretty much what happened. And it might have had a bad head gasket, I don't know. It might be just the valves that were messed up, but regardless, you could take the head off anyway. So, but pretty much, I think we're gonna wrap the video up here for this part. All we got really left is to get the head, get this plastic crap off here, take this guy off, and I'm waiting for a tool to come in. I might just take out the valves myself, get it ready for the machine shop, and then I might order the valves either through Honda or AutoZone, I don't know. But I'll ask the machine shop what they recommend. I'm pretty sure they're gonna say Honda though, because it's OEM. But yep, I'm gonna leave it at that. We got a lot of cleaning to do, including ourselves. So thank you for watching. Take care and God bless. Until the next one.